Hi, I'm Christy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm here with all of my 5-star reads for April, May, and June. Alright, so I always have fun doing these quarterly wrap-ups for the year, so I'm so excited to talk about my 5-star books today for April, May, and June. I did this video already for January, February, March, my 5-star reads for those months, which I will link in the description of the video if you want to go check that one out. But this is for 5-star books only, so I don't include any that I gave 4 stars, 4.5 stars. It has to be true 5-star material. And this does include rereads as well, which a couple of these, or maybe one of these, is a reread, which I will let you know when I get to it. And then I'm also going to include all the 5-star books that I talk about in this video. So if you miss any, want to go back and see the ones I was talking about, want to go grab it yourself, I have them all listed below for you. So if you miss any, the titles, the authors are going to be in the description of the video. So let's get into it. All right, for April, I read 38 books for the month and I only had one 5-star read. So that is Crescent Kingdom by Tessa Hale. This is the first book in her Wolves of Crescent Creek series, and this is a stunning hardcover I got from a PR box from the author, and I am obsessed. Tessa Hale is one of my favorite Why Choose authors. So she writes books with one heroine and then multiple heroes. So usually 4, 5 heroes for the heroine, and I love their connection so much. She is a Why Choose author where it really feels like each hero is unique and different, and I really need that in Why Choose to be able to tell everybody apart. And so I love the start of a new series from her. I've read all of her books and they're just so good. This is a paranormal wolf shifters romance, and it's the start of a new series. Her trilogy is always, each book will end on a cliffhanger and have you just anticipating the next one. So that's always definitely the case. In this one, the heroine is actually half wolf shifter and half caster. And so because of reasons in her life, she has been trying to hide what she is from others. So she's a bit on the run, a heroine in hiding, and she just came to Crescent Creek, this town in Colorado, for a fresh new start. And when she gets there, the heroes all end up showing back up in town. They're mercenaries who have been out of town. They come back and then they can kind of tell she's different, but she is hiding her identity, her scent from them, and so she knows who they are. She knows they're wolf shifters, but she's hiding what she is from them. And so it goes from there, and it's so good. The start of a new series. I'm so excited. Love this one to pieces. So this is Crescent Kingdom by Tessa Hale. Highly recommend. This author always has amazing audiobooks with a full cast narration. Definitely pick it up. The second book comes out in July. All right, in May, I read 28 books and I had 5 5-star reads. So here are 4 of them, and one of them I have the cover I will share. First up is Spotlight by Rebecca Jinchak. This is the 4th and final book in her Holland Brothers series, which is a sports romance series that I have been obsessed with. I love the series to pieces. Highly recommend. All of the characters in the books are from different sports. So the first book was a motocross rider with a gymnast pairing. The second book was a football player. Book 3 was also a football player, but the hero in this one is a baseball player. And so it's following these brothers. And in here, this one is also a single mom romance, and it's so stinking cute. The heroine owns a bookstore, and I love her interactions with the hero and his interactions with her and her daughter. The found family in this series is just so good, and nobody writes banter like Rebecca Jinchak. I'm obsessed with her books so much, especially if you want sports romances. I definitely recommend Spotlight. This one is so much fun. So the hero and the heroine actually meet at the beginning of the story. They're both in New York City for reasons, and they kind of have this amazing night, go their separate ways, where they just talked the whole night and spent time together, and then they go different ways, not thinking they're going to see each other again until they run into one another at her best friend and his brother's engagement party. And so they're around each other. He's playing baseball for the team of where she lives, and so they're going to be around one another again, and it goes from there. It's so cute and swoony and steamy and such a good time, such good banter. Found family is amazing. Highly recommend this whole series. I gave them all 5 stars, and Spotlight is the newest one, perfect for spring summertime with the baseball in here. I love this one. Next up is Revive Me by Nikki Castle. So I'm waiting for my book to come in, which I ordered a foiled edition from the author, so I can't wait for that one. But until then, here's the ebook cover. This one is so good and emotional. If you want a sports romance with emotional depth and a lot of mental health rep with the characters, this one's definitely that, but do check content warnings as well. There is some suicidal ideation and some hardships that the hero is going through. I love Nikki Castle so much. I've read all of her books. So this is a sports romance where he is an MMA fighter. He actually gets injured at the beginning of the story. So he has an incomplete spinal injury, which means he's now a wheelchair user and he has to go through physical therapy and a lot of things have changed in his life because of that. And so we cut to 2 years, I think, into his recovery, where he maybe hasn't been doing PT as much as he should. And so he's paired with a new physical therapist, which is the heroine, and they actually had a brief encounter back when he was an MMA fighter. And so they kind of know one another from back then, but now they have to work together, which his life has definitely taken a change with his mentality and just everything going on with him. And so it goes from there. So it's forbidden as well, because of course he's her patient, she's a physical therapist. The emotional growth with these characters is so good. If you love caretaking and two characters who are truly meant to be together and are just so perfect for one another and helping each other grow and helping that relationship grow as well, it's so good. Definitely an emotional one and a slow burn, which is different than some of Nikki Castle's books in the past. I love this one. It's my new favorite from her. Next is Silver Elite by Dani Francis. So this book had a lot of conversation after the fact of when it came out. I read it on release day, had no idea about any of the conversations going on with this being a pen name and just kind of the conversations around this book, if people love it, if they hate it, all of those things. But I loved this book. It pulled me out of a book slump and really just made me happy about Kindle reading again, because I did read the ebook version when it came out. I love this one. This is a dystopian romance where the heroine is going through some training and she meets the hero, and it's kind of the heroine having to keep things a secret of her true identity. She has powers in this world. So in this world, something happened where now some people have like psychic abilities, and the heroine is one who has a lot of powers, and she tries to keep that a secret because there's kind of like a bit of a witch hunt for people who have maybe these extra powers. And so it goes from there with her trying to keep what she is a secret while going through this like rigorous training and kind of her skills being hinted at, or maybe people finding out. I loved it so much and I can't wait for the next book in the series. All right, this one is a reread for me. So this is Love in the Afternoon by Lisa Kleypas. Here's the cover and the gorgeous step back for this one. This is the 5th and final book in the Hathaway series by Lisa Kleypas. This whole series I reread because I co-hosted a read-along for it, and this book I love it to pieces. It's one of my favorites in the series. Depending on the day, this is tied with my favorite book in the series. It goes between book 2 and book 5. I love them both equally. So in this one, we're following one of the sisters of the Hathaway family, and in here we have an epistolary romance where she has been writing to the hero who is away at war for quite some time, and she's actually been pretending to be her friend who was supposed to be writing to him. And so they have this connection, this bond through the letters, and he doesn't realize who he's writing to. So when he finally returns home, he's expecting to find this woman that he thinks he's in love with, who he's been writing these letters to, and then of course things happen and change once he realizes that it's actually the heroine, and he knows her from before he went to war. And so it kind of goes from there with him having it changed a lot because of the war and having PTSD and a lot of trauma from that. So definitely check content warnings for this book as well. I love this one so much. It's so good. An epistolary, secret, hidden identity, historical romance. Love this book to pieces. It's so good. Then my last one for May was Bourbon and Proof by Victoria Wilder. This is the 3rd and final book in her Bourbon Boys series, which is a small town romantic suspense series that's following these 3 brothers in Kentucky who own a bourbon distillery business together. And so this book is so good. This is romantic suspense, marriage of convenience, and the heroine here is the oldest of the brothers. And so you've seen his book and the heroine of his book have been kind of hinted at throughout the series. And so it was so good finally getting to their book and seeing the tension break between them. This is a marriage of convenience that worked for me really well, especially for contemporary romances. I can be a little bit picky with how those play out, and I did like the reasonings behind their having to marry. And here we also have a lot of found family and a brother's best friend, because the heroine is best friends with the hero's middle brother, and so she's been around their family for years and has always kind of teased the hero, which is a lot of fun. And so it was so much fun between these two. Very spicy, steamy. The romantic suspense is so good. The marriage of convenience, all the my wife moments. Love this one so much. The whole family is so good. Love the series. All right, and then for June I had one 5-star book. So this is Whitney My Love by Judith McNaught. This is an old school historical romance, and this book worked for me so well. It's already on my new favorite historical romances of all time list. I'm so obsessed with this book. This book does have some maybe like alpha hero tendencies, some problematic chapters, which have been edited in new versions. I actually read both versions of the book so that I could tell the differences and be able to talk about it, because this book was our June pick for Historical Hellions, which is a historical romance book club that I run with Jess from Peace Love Books and Samantha from Books with Samantha. This was our June pick, so we have a whole live show. The discussion was on my channel, so I'll link the video below if you want to go check it out. But I love this book. It worked for me so well. I don't know what that says about me personally, but it is what it is. I love an alpha hero, and I feel like the hero in here, he was alpha, but I've honestly read worse alpha heroes in the past. I feel like the hero in here was the epitome of an obsessed besotted hero. He was so into the heroine. This is basically like an arranged marriage situation where he ends up covering her father's debts and all the money that he owes to be able to marry the heroine and kind of save her family from ruin. It's so good. He's immediately obsessed with her from the moment he meets her and is convinced that she is going to fall for him, and he even wants to wait to let her know that they're actually already betrothed until she falls for him, and it's so good. There are some like problematic scenes. Like I said, the book has been edited, so if you read newer versions, the newer ebook of the book that's out, the scenes have been changed, and I feel like they've just been kind of briefly glazed over and changed. Like the gist of the book is still there. I love this book to pieces. It really worked for me. I love both these characters. They're messy, it's angsty, there's tension, they both push and pull and are stubborn, but I love them so much. It just worked so well for me. I even teared up and cried at the end of this book. It was so good. Highly recommend the newer version if you've only read the paperback, because the newer version has more chapters at the end that just delves deeper into this family, into the history. This is a sequel to Kingdom of Dreams by Judith McNaught, another one that's so good, but this is honestly my new favorite. I'm so obsessed. I want to go read all the old school historical romances now. So yeah, Whitney My Love by Judith McNaught, one of my absolute favorites. Going to be on my favorites of the year list. I love it so much. All right, so those are all my 5-star reads for April, May, and June. Like I mentioned, if you want to see more of my thoughts or full reviews on any of the books, I have reviews written for all the books I read, including these ones, so you can see that in my Goodreads, which is linked in the description of the video. Also, like I mentioned, all the books are going to be listed there, so if you want to go grab any or check any of the ones out that I talked about, they're all linked below with the titles, with the authors, all the things for you to make it easy. Definitely let me know if you're going to be picking up any of these books, if you've read any of these, or if you had any 5-star reads in the last 3 months. I would love to know as well, because I'm always looking for more recommendations. If you'd rather leave me an emoji in the comments today to let me know that you watched this video, leave me a green heart emoji, because in this book, Whitney has green eyes that the hero is obsessed with. So leave me a green heart for Whitney's eyes. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!